Okay, going to show you a big mess, but don't I always? This is the last of this garden. I got maybe 200 to 300 pounds of tomatoes out of the tomato garden, and next year the tomato garden will still be here. This garden that you're looking at now, where the pumpkins were, will not be here, and the compost heap will not be here. I'm going to let it stand during the winter and then spread it around next year when it's time to plant grass. This is going to be a lawn here, and a couple of reasons for that. One is that I discovered that this garden is very, very shallow, no more than 6 inches, and that's because there's an old, excuse me, I'm having trouble with my throat again. Okay, there's an old septic tank under here, and you see you got about 6 inches of soil and then concrete, and that was one of the factors that I think ended my pumpkin growing season early. The other one, although it never did that before, which was interesting. The other one was the variety of pumpkins I grew. They claimed fewer culls, meaning that normally pumpkins drop a lot of female flowers. This one claimed not to, but the catch was there weren't that many female flowers. And we also had some kind of a fungus in here, which was killing the female flowers once they were pollinated. So, yeah, what you see growing there is mustard. But I did some research. Mustard is supposed to kill soil-borne pathogens, fungi, and also bugs, which we had a bumper crop of squash bugs this year. So I started growing it, and then I found out you're supposed to grow it in the spring, which is hard to do around here because the spring, things freeze a lot in the spring here. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. But anyway, the pumpkins, I will grow pumpkins next year, short vine only. They're going to be Racer Plus, and they're going to be right over here. There we go. And the other thing I'm going to do is fill this in with grass, and it's going to become a dog run, a little yard for a dog. So I'm looking at Aussie poos, and sometime during the winter I hope to bring home an Aussie poo. The only thing that's really still growing in the garden, I'm getting tomatoes, but this time of year you get them and they're damaged. So yeah, I'm really not eating anything that's coming out of here. I'm not donating it, and some people at work are still taking them, but they're really not pretty. They get fungus on them right away, or scabs, or whatever. But this is this is supposed to be Mad Hatter pepper. I've had varying reviews on how they taste. They're anything from a sweet pepper to having mild heat around the seeds, which is also true of Mad Hatter. This is the only thing really still producing, even though it's on a section of the garden that's very, very shallow. I think there's no more than 3 inches of soil there. So, yeah, I wish I could remember what kind of cucumber I grew. Oops. Here we go. Because even though it wasn't very productive, it didn't get sick at all. Made it to the end of the season. Then again, I did use Bee Safe, or I think it's called Bee Safe, and that seemed to keep most fungi out of the garden while I was using it. It helped the tomatoes, seems to have helped the cucumber. Nothing helped the pumpkins. So But the one pumpkin vine that did make it to the end of the season, and the only one that produced anything, never had powdery mildew. So that's a good thing. This monstrosity is mullein. It came up on its own, as it always does. I never used any of the leaves. I just chickened out, but it was interesting to have it. It got to be about 12 feet tall. And over here, my other big project for next year. This is my little pond. It had 6 minnows in it at one point, and 2 goldfish. One of the goldfish died. I think it attacked a toad and didn't live through the experience. And I think now all I have is 1 large minnow and 1 other goldfish. And I'm trying to get the goldfish out of here before the winter, because I'm just not convinced goldfish are sufficiently hardy to survive a winter in a pond like this, a small one. You'll see the pond is very, very cloudy, and it is being treated for that right now. I think there's just an overload of biological stuff. So yeah, we'll be working on that next year. So anyway. One last look at this garden. If Friday has good weather and I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to tear out everything you see here except the composter and, of course, the tomato garden, which is going to stay. So, yeah, that's it for the garden this year. Next video will be about Halloween decorations. And that should be in a few weeks. So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.